Fred, you old buzzard. Special light because I'm special. Born in the land of sky blue waters. All right, folks. Big happy Friday to you. I know I've been kind of keeping you suspense. It's really not been on purpose here. I've been having nothing. Things have been good, but things have been very busy. Big happy Friday to you. It's the 15th of May. It's about 6:45. My day and evening is far from over, but I believe if I do not make this video right now, it's not going to be made. So, you're going to quit that right now. You and I are going to have some words. Guarantee you that. You're not getting grain till 5:30. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Butthead. He got his name the other day. It just suits him well. I never really gave him a name. He was always known as the younger bull on these videos and everything. Of course, knock that off! Quit it! Of course, I called the older bull Big Boy. I never really gave him a name, but from here on out, his name is Butthead. He's doing real good. He's one that had that hellacious ailment with a pulled muscle, something or other. I'm not that smart to tell you what happened. I can tell you that it is, he's doing fantastic. You can tell there's still an ailment when he tries to get up. He's not in pain. It's not that bad. You can just tell that something is wrong. And you better watch yourself. You're going to learn who's in charge real quick. Real quick. But he's doing real good. He's pretty feisty. He doesn't like being in here. He's okay. He's tended to real good. He gets his grain. He's a grain hound. Giving him dry bales of alfalfa and right now trefoil, which he absolutely just enjoys. And I think what's going to happen is he's gonna live in here for quite some time yet. I've got a couple of different scenarios. And then the bulls, I'm actually looking at building another pen right beside this. Actually, I'm looking at shortening this up one, oh geez, not footer, but it's been a long week. Yeah, I'm looking at shortening this up one and maybe creating another two, either one huge pen or two medium pens to outfit my other 4 yearling bulls that have a fertility test, which I have to bring them there. So they're going to be loaded up and brought. Yeah, I know, buddy. It's Friday. You want to go see some ladies, don't you? Yeah? Do you? Is that what you're wanting? Yeah. You're going to have to wait there, bud. Sorry. Keep it in your pants now. You ain't got a choice. 2 medium pens or 1 big large pen. As soon as the yearling bulls get taken out of the barn and off the concrete, which they're doing just fine, but they've been on concrete all winter long, I am not going to put them back on crete because 2 out of the 4 and this and Butthead are they're going to work August 1st. August 1st at 8 a.m., which will follow a 30-day program of AIing. anything and everything that we can get within heat. I've yet to get my my Siemens straws. When I do, I will take a proper video and tell you what I got. Right now, I can tell you something, folks, right now. How do you like that English? Prime Cut, who's a Gen X bull, who was used a great amount last year, who's showing his work right now in the yard. We got to do a yard tour tomorrow. It's unbelievable. Knock that off. Prime Cut is throwing some calves that are just unbelievable. He is a high marked calving ease bull, and very happy. What I'm even more happy about is the order that I put in this year. I think I got 20 more straws coming from him for this year, because as you know, I'm practicing a 2 years and you're out AI bull program, just like, we'll just say natural cleanup bull. Unfortunate news. I had to pull my 4th beef calf. Sorry about the wind here. A complete 110% abandonment. You want to talk about making me angry. Beautiful, beautiful, well-shaped heifer. Very mild-mannered. Beautiful udder, full of milk. And she'd have rather killed that calf than let that calf nurse. That's all that calf wanted to do, was be by the mom. It was awful. I'm going to tell you something right now, too. It was so awful and so disgruntled. I've said loosely on this channel before that I practice a 2 strikes and you're out policy here with this beef herd. In some instances, that will continue to be true. In this one, no, she's gone. I can't put up with that. I can't afford to feed that all year long to let her do something like that. Now, I do know that she's a heifer, but if you would have seen her attitude and her actions, she's gone. She's gone. I'm going to let her graze for the summer, and we'll see about this fall, and she's going bye-bye. All right, before we take a look at this teaser. What? Friday night. You want to go dancing, don't you? Go ahead and shake a little jig there, buddy. Yeah. There you go. Get it out. Get it out. I feel the same way. I really do. Butthead. He's a good boy. I forgot where I was going, but before this, the end of the teaser here, which I'm already teasing you here almost 9 minutes, it might make some of you happy to know. A little announcement here. I have just reached an agreement to bring on some more Holstein heifers here for this year. In fact, they'll be showing up late next week. A total count of about 40 of them, because that's what I can properly manage and make gosh damn sure each one of them get their nutrition. I'd like to do more, but it just isn't right. The other part of this, just like last year, is they are all of age to where they're coming within heat. You are a butthead. That is a perfect name for you. They're all in age to where they're coming within heat for a proper AI breeding, which of course Dad is an AI breeding technician guru. So yeah, I think it'll please a lot of you to know that you're going to be seeing some black and whites here this year. I know a lot of you kind of enjoyed that, and this farm enjoys it. You know, this farm was born and bred and operating for well over 100 years off the Holstein breed. So there's, you know, there's a very fine line of respect there for the Holsteins, and of course that's Dad's forte. All cattle and farming in general is his forte, but when it comes to the Holsteins, and of course milk production, heat detection, breeding, everything else, that's right up his alley. So yeah, an agreement was made. You're probably going to see some black and whites at the end of next week. So anyway, Fred, you old buzzard, you, I hope you're doing okay, buddy. Butthead wants to go hit the town tonight. I can understand what he's saying right now. All right, folks, time has come. It's going to be a little windy, so the audio is going to be a little messed up. But just less of my jibber jabber you're going to have to hear. Whew. Well, welcome to One Step Closer to Bankruptcy. I like living on the edge, so why the hell not? There's a lot of yous out there that are pretty gosh darn smart. Many of you guessed this right from the beginning when I started messing with you a little bit about new iron. What was that, a few months ago? I don't know, a couple months ago. One of you rascals too, apparently you don't live too far from me. You seen this going down the road the other day and you called it. So ladies and gentlemen, the John Deere 460M silage. I call them the silage specials. This is a monster of a brute compared to what I am used to. My God almighty. Jesus Pete's. So when you spend the kind of money to get something like this parked in your yard for a little ornament, you get this free now. I damn near bought one, and I'm glad I didn't, because this was dropped off with it. Yeah, pretty happy about this, pretty proud about it. I did my research. You know what, before I go any further, I should have started off with this. Hopefully there's a lot of you still watching. I need to give a big shout out and a big tip of the hat, a grave appreciation to Will Sowers, who operates the YouTube channel Sowers Cattle Co. I can only hope to God that if you're catching this ridiculous channel of mine, that you're already plugged in with Will. Does such a great job, great information. The way him and his family live and where they live and their ranch, it's just unbelievable. So anyway, when I started mulling this over some time ago, I don't think it takes a smart person to understand that I'm kind of reverting here to all John Deere, and it's all about serviceability. I'm not here to blast any other products that I own. There's nothing to blast. It's about closeness of the dealership and serviceability. Period. End of story. This does come from Riestershire and Schnell Incorporated. You can find them on www.rands.com. In particular, because Riestershire and Schnell, R&S as I call them, because I can't say Riestershire, they've got multiple stores littered all throughout Wisconsin, and I think even some, a few of them in northern Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. In particular, they have about, I think it's 5 or 6 stores that concentrate solely on ag and big equipment. Anyway, fantastic job. Big shout out to Marty Wilfort. He is, I'm going to go ahead and call him the head salesman there out of Pound, Wisconsin, and him and I have been dealing back and forth for some time now, and everybody's happy. But anyway, when I started tinkering with this, I don't know anybody personally that has the new 0 series, and especially the M baler. Well, I know Will Sowers has got one. Now he's got the big stud. He's got the 560. I'm still playing the little guy here. Anyway, I was very fortunate enough, folks, to be able to get in touch with Will Sowers, have a great conversation with him, and you know, he'll cut you straight. There's no filter there. He'll tell you what he likes, tell you what he loves, and tell you what he can't stand. All in all, it was a big thumbs up, and it gives a person just a little more comfort to speak to somebody that has similar model and has been, you know, running the hell out of it. And big shout out to Will. Will, if you do catch this video, thank you kindly. Really appreciate that time you took out just to speak. That means a lot to me. Folks, I can't tell you a whole lot about this just yet. I haven't hooked up to it yet. I haven't played with it yet. I haven't dug into it. I haven't even opened up the back end yet. It was literally respectfully dropped off here the other day. I was home, and been kind of busy. A little bit busy. But this is the new piece. There's a lot of smart people out there, because there's a lot of you that knew what it was going to be. Pretty excited about this year here, folks. Real excited. I can tell you that my old baler, my new old baler, is gone. It did go in on trade-in. This was the perfect year to do this. One of the worst things and one of the best things that I did this year, I unfortunately had to go after extra feed other than the farm. In fact, I just bought another wagon load of round bales, which is now done. No more buying feed. I'm actually very lucky. I had to buy 4 wagons, which means 7 bales per wagon. I ended up having to buy 28 bales. By the way, the cattle are going out on pasture Thursday, Friday, or Saturday of next week, so the grazing program starts. We're really sitting on high cotton up here this year so far, knock on wood. So one of the best and worst things that I ever did was going ahead and buying hay and buying the 4x6s. I say that with a smirk on my face. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. I'm a little ashamed to even talk like this, but with the head count that's out there now, and I'm very proud about that. Feeding 4x5s, and understand I did say I'm ashamed, feeding 4x5 round bales now here seems like it's like playing with Lincoln Logs. I can't keep doing it. This really wasn't the year to be doing this, but of course I sealed this deal right before the markets crashed, and this whole virus that we're not going to talk about because we're going to stop there. I sealed the deal right before, a week before the crazy crap started. I can't keep up with the 4x5s. I can't do it. This farm is growing. The head count is growing. The property is growing. And this small business needs to grow. Did a little soul searching, put my numbers on paper, a little reality, and it was a no-brainer. The other part here, folks, is my baler was still fit for a Prince. It was still in beautiful shape. Hell, there was just over 4,000 bales on it. That's it. That's nothing. That was still worth a pretty penny. Not to mention all the credits and rebates and everything else that John Deere has right now. The list goes on and on and on. The writing was on the wall. So anyway, that's my justification. And there it is. She's a beaut. John Deere 460M round baler. It's a silage special. There are a couple tricks to this baler. One of them is it's highly advised for break-in period. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 50 bales of the 4x5 size, which is perfect because I actually have to make some 4x5s here, at least 100, 150 of them for the young stock for the range that I have. But for break-in period, about 50 bales of 4x5. Now, here's the thing. I usually start off with baleage. I don't think I dare put baleage through this thing as a break-in. I don't know. Maybe it can handle it. Hopefully somebody's got a comment, an educated comment, that will help change my mind, or at least secure my mind. So we'll see what happens here, but I do honor break-in period regulations. They're there for a reason. If somebody can tell me different on the whole baleage, I mean, it's outfitted for silage bales, for God's sakes. That's usually what I start with. I guess we'll just kind of see what happens here. But yeah, when time permits, I look forward here some night to hook this up to the 6150M, which is going to be married. Unless something comes up, I don't even see that thing being unhooked from this for multiple months. We'll see what happens. That is 1,000 PTO, folks. I opted for the 1,000. Don't worry if need be, and as a plan B, plan Z, in an emergency, if something was to happen to the 6150M, if it was down, my 6420 can be reverted to 1,000 PTO. Understand that is plan Z. This thing is a mammoth monster. Yeah, pretty proud, pretty happy about it. I actually should have a cigar right now, but I don't have any time for that. And that's it. Hope you folks look forward to seeing this in action here this summer. I do plan on making a very special video. We'll call it a startup video with this baler. Marty Wilfort with Reistershire and Schnell. Him and I have become, you know, not only farmer and salesman for John Deere, but, you know, pals. In fact, we're pretty close to the same age. In fact, he's a little younger. Man, is that wind picking up? We do plan on getting him out here for a, we'll call it the initial setup and baling. And we'll do a nice little ordeal of information there. So, yeah. But yeah, I need to do some jockeying around here, all these round bales. There's multiple years of old square bales underneath them. And I need to build another pen space here for the bowls. I do think that I'm going to move that one frame. And 1, 2, perfect. I'll build 2 medium pens. Why? I didn't do anything to you. Got the Friday night fever, don't you, buddy? Alright, that's about enough, folks. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. Sorry about the whole longness of being a teaser here with the new equipment, and it's just part of being goofy, silly, a little childish, and having some fun. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do, and look forward to it this summer. And I think I see good things to come here. So Anyway, small little update as well here on the farm, what's going on. We do need to do a trip behind the barn, take a look at all the calves, everything else. I'm hoping to sneak that in tomorrow evening, or maybe even tomorrow afternoon. We'll see what I have time for. And we need to sneak that in because Sunday, right after morning chores, I need to get out of here for a few days. That's just life. Just life. Everything's greening up real nice. I mean, I care about the yard, but the hell with the yard. I mean, this is the absolute east end of the grazing pasture paddock system here, and everything's doing real good, real good. So, big happy Friday once again, Fred, you old buzzard, you. Hope everybody had a fair week. Got a nice weekend coming up. I know there's a lot of things that are starting to I dare say, lift, and hopefully we can practice a little bit of normalcy here before too long. But I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to say too much about it. That's all I got. I got to get my lazy button gear here, folks. Happy Friday. We're going to talk to you sooner than later.